Yeah, so this is your host, Rob, the Best of British show. I'm joined by M Huncho. How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro, man. How are you?
Good. I'm good, man. I've had a bit of a long morning, but still prevailing. You know how it is.
Yeah, man.
The first thing I really wanted to speak to you about is your Fire and the Brief's been doing really well.
Yep.
Now, me, I watch a lot of them, but I feel like with your one, I could almost physically see you riding the beat, if that makes sense. So I really enjoyed that one. So
Thank you,
and
man.
It's on mad numbers as well. So I just wanted to say,
Thank
like,
you.
well done on that one, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
You also had a Mad About Bars from Kenny Allstar a little while ago now, obviously.
Yeah.
12 mil or something.
Well, when I first started, that was one of the first things I ever put out.
Yeah, and I see Kenny Allstar and yourself like working together on lots of stuff. He's in some of the videos. He's hosting the mixtape. How did that whole relationship kind of form?
To be honest, it's after I done the Mad About Bars, which just kind of networked and spoke, and Kenny's got good energy. Kenny's a good brother. And it just kind of went from there, man. He's a good guy, and some people you just got to keep close with you, like that. They're actually good people. So yeah.
And you're a new artist, fairly new artist. Couple of years you've been out, but you've just somehow exceeded all different types of expectations.
Yeah.
In the sense of streams, in the sense of views, in the sense of exposure,
Yeah.
people knowing about you. What is it? Do you think that's been a key factor in all of that?
Key factor in all of that is me staying focused and tunnel vision. Not getting distracted by anything else that's irrelevant. That's been the key factor, bro. I feel like, me working hard towards making a better version of myself has made me the person who I am today. And I feel like I haven't succeeded yet in reaching my full potential, but I feel like I will if I keep working hard on myself and making myself, go ham. I don't want to rest, bro, until I actually get that feeling of succeeding. If I was to think that, if I was to say right now that, I dropped Utopia and I've succeeded, then I'll just stop. Do you get it? So success is something that you have to build up over time. And once you feel like you've accomplished everything you needed to accomplish, that's when you wave goodbye.
It also goes into happiness as well, though, doesn't it? Because, I mean, it's hard to, when you're reaching a goal, one goal after another, you're ticking off goals, we find it hard to enjoy the moment of the process. Do you find that happening to you?
I enjoy the process all the time. It's hard to take in the enjoyment of the process because of the process, if you know what I'm trying to say. So it's hard I enjoy it, but because it's so hectic, I fail to realize that I've actually enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
And that's what that's why the saying goes, I'm here for a long time, not a good time. So, when you're here for a good time, things don't really
turning up, maxing to the full, basically,
things
right?
don't pan out the way they're meant to pan out. So yeah, man.
Yeah. I overheard a while ago he was talking about music industry, and the word that came up was fake. But the word I want to talk about is ego. Ego is something which is rife in all industries, but
100%.
predominantly in music industry.
100%.
Why do you think that is, and how does that affect you?
I think everyone has an ego naturally. It's just about the amount of food that it's been fed. When people feed your ego and your ego gets too big, then you can't control it anymore. Me personally, I don't really do this egotistical stuff. It's not me.
Well, you come across with a sense of humility. That's why I wanted to ask you that, because I never thought that, even though you get that kind of stigma which is attached to music artists, but more potentially rappers, of the whole ego-driven and the lifestyle of an artist.
Well, to be honest with you, with me it's different because I just kind of focus on the important things for me in life, things that actually matter. I'm not really distracted by anything else that comes with what I do. Been there, seen it, done that. It's not appealing to me anymore. I'm of an age where all of them things, they are something kids do nowadays. And frankly, I don't want to be part of that bracket where I still get seen as a kid. I'm not a child, and neither did I just turn 18. So I don't need to be behaving in a certain way or doing certain things that people of those age brackets get up to, whether that be raving or getting drunk and like that's not my persona, never has been, never will be. I'm in this for different reasons, but majority of the time I'm in this for for the love of music, not for the love of money. Made music for the love of music. I want to be able to invest in different things. Already invested in some properties, so like that. Investing in businesses, in stocks.
And you speak about investments as well, and I'm glad you actually brought that up because recently we obviously lost Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, rest in peace.
And he was a character who was known secondary for his music almost because of what he was doing within the community and how he was going about building his legacy. How important do you think that is for you yourself? And it sounds like you're taking the steps towards it already.
To be honest, as someone that I've looked up to, I actually took that Nipsey's death very deeply. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm pretty sure the whole majority of the world felt like that. I just couldn't believe it, to be honest with you, because that's one of the artists that I actually looked up to. In terms of like characteristics and persona and demeanor and thought process and things like this. He was giving back to his community. He invested into a lot of things, and I always kept track of that. But these are the things that made me who I am today. Listening to people that have made mistakes in their life, that have now decided to make some amends. It's always good. Like, for example, sometimes you might be going towards a mistake, but someone else has already made that mistake and they'd advise you not to do it. A foolish man wouldn't take that advice. Do you get it? So watching these people and listening to these people growing up, I know what I want to do. I do want to own all my music as well. I'm trying to say it's just licensed to my label that I'm currently with. But after the license is done, everything's good. Like the masters and everything belong to me. Stuff like that is important to me because it makes a big difference to the future, which is your children, your offspring, if you're looking to have that. And that's kind of the important stuff for me because, like, even in the industry that we're in, nothing lasts forever. Everything that hits, everything that goes up must come down. That's the natural rule. Like, that is a fact. Anything that goes up must come down. Plane goes up, you can't stay up there forever, bro. Petrol's gonna run out. Has to come down, and just the same rule applies with different forms of success. Or different forms of things. If you're going all the way up and you hit your peak, after anyone hits their peak, automatically you will come down. So you have to mentally, physically, financially prepare yourself for when you are going down or when that peak has already been hit. You have to set a foundation around you or already have a foundation that you have built from the ground up that will actually keep you going, whether that be making your own label, signing your own artists, signing your own producers, or frankly just retiring and just moving out and just, I don't know, it can be working in a farm or owning a farm, it can be anything, as long as you're content and you find tranquility, and that's it.
And that goes on to the name of the mixtape, Utopia. What is in your own personal opinion, what is your ideology of Utopia?
Utopia is like my perfect world. So, the first song is called Check In, the last song is called Check Out. As soon as you play the first song, it's you checking into my utopia. You're coming into my perfect world. At that point, it now becomes our perfect world. And then when you leave, you can revisit whenever you want. Utopia is my perfect place, and everyone's allowed to come and visit. Literally, that's all it is. I feel like the mood of the tape and the vibe of the tape is something different. It's something that it relates to the masses, not just a particular type of people. It doesn't just relate to the trappers. It doesn't just relate to so-and-so or this and that. It relates to the masses. And I feel like the vibe that I came with it, I've said this before, but every project needs to come with a particular vibe. It has to have a mood attached to it. Music and emotion go hand in hand, so you have to put that into your music. And yeah, that's my utopia.
And a lot of it was recorded internationally over in the US, Atlanta, I think, New York, some of the cities mentioned before. What is it about, in particular Atlanta, which appeals to you?
I've been listening to ATL music for the longest, bro. As long as you can go back. And, one of the people that I listen to quite a lot is Future. I listen to Thugger, obviously you got the 21s and the Gucci Manes and etc. But Future for me is just someone that's done things immaculately in terms of like musically. and even sound-wise, you know what I'm trying to say. What he does, he pioneers in his own sound. He's got his own lane. No one else from the city sounds like him, and that's what I'm trying to determine. And that's what I'm trying to work
Well, I would
towards.
definitely say that actually because I've I find it very hard to compare another artist with you, which is obviously one of the things that you're trying to portray. Because I think mentioned before, is that there's a lot of similar sounding artists out there, and it just becomes a bit of an overlap. You want to be able to listen to someone and think, okay, that's M Huncho, this is this person, right? And I feel that's definitely apparent with you.
100%. Well, you wouldn't, for example, do you know who Octavian is?
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't hear Octavian and assume that it's me because my sound is completely different.
Yeah.
But he's so different. You get it? He doesn't. Octavian sounds like Octavian. That's it. Like, that's how it's meant to be. You're meant to sound like yourself. You're not meant to sound like anyone else. And I recommend anyone that is trying to get into music to try find your own sound, because that stuff is gonna last forever. You trying to sound like other people is not gonna last. You know, people are forever gonna grill you for sounding like someone else. That's not a good feeling.
Sure, yeah.
You know, like that.
And so you've got your tour coming up.
Yeah.
It's kicking off soon.
Yeah.
I've heard before that you're very much straight business with tour, in the sense of that you come in, you perform,
And I leave.
you know, react, and you leave.
Yeah.
Where did that mentality come from to treat? I feel like it's happening throughout your career, and just some of the stuff you've said is that the whole music is literally for you a job, a business, an industry.
Yeah.
It's very, all this other extra crap that comes with it is just not you.
Yeah.
So is there, when you perform like that and everything else, why is it that you've managed to be able to separate yourself in such a way when many other artists cannot?
It just doesn't appeal to me, bro. I just want to go there, put on the show for my fans, for the people that want to experience me live, give them all I got and leave. Because there's nothing in there for me, bro. What is there for me to gain from that place? Nothing at all.
Yeah.
It's just, as my friend would say, who's sitting inside the room, it's just another day in the office. But I do it all for my fans. When I go to perform, I give it my all. I move like it's a sold out show. Been doing that from early, even when there was no crowds, there was nobody. And I always perform like it's a sold out show, and I'm just gonna keep doing that all the time. But I just feel like leaving, like going to a show and just leaving straight after, instead of just coming to chill and all of that kind of stuff, is just unnecessary. It just doesn't benefit me in any way. It's just a time loss. I'd rather just go to the studio and record something. Why not make some time into income?
If you had one piece of advice to give to an emerging artist who's just starting now, let's say I'm an artist, I'm starting now, I'm fresh, I don't know what to do, I thought, I want to do music. What advice would you give them?
Number one, be yourself. Number two, find your sound, be the best at your sound, and make sure no one else gets that sound. Number three, when you come into this whole scene, make sure everyone that's not real has been eradicated from your team, because those are the people that are going to bring you down, and those are the people that are never going to let you shine. Envy is a real thing. Jealousy is a real thing. Bitterness is a real thing. So you got to make sure that type of team is not around you. That type of friends ain't around you, because, you know, it's usually the ones that are closest that wish that upon you. And number four, hard work. Just hard work and dedication. Go studio every single day. That's what you need to do. Try and make 10 songs a day before you get, you know, slumped. And that's that, man.
And just one final question.
Yeah.
What is, you speak of two things which drew me out, is what is real to you, and also what matters to you. I know you spoke about you just care about what matters to you aside from the music.
What's real to me? What's real to me? Happiness is real. Being content is real. Energy, being around the right energy is real. For me, real is just, you know what I'm trying to say, doesn't mean authentic garments. It's just being an authentic person, being someone that actually stands for something, or has certain morals, or has something that they promote, or, you know what I'm trying to say. And in terms of what matters to me, bro, family, friends that I call family are family too. That's what matters to me, bro. Apart from that, I can't tell you. Music matters to me, I'll be honest with you. I feel like I can't go a day without listening to music. But yeah, for me, it's just maintaining healthy relationships. Health matters to me more than anything. And yeah, those are the things that matter. It's education, intelligence, stuff like this. This is what I'm talking about, things that matter. Knowledge, you know, everything else is just like a bonus.
Just secondary, almost.
Secondary. Everything else is just secondary. The things that do matter, they're the things that are going to lead to you having a long life. And long life is what you need. You know what I'm trying to say? No one wants to die at 16, 17. You see what's happening.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, like that.
Well, good luck with the tour, man.
Thank you, my bro.
I appreciate the project and appreciate your time sitting down and talking to me, man.
Bro, thank you for having me.
Pulse88.co.uk.
Yes, Pulse 88 Radio, your host Rob here on the Best of British show, here every single Tuesday, 7 p.m. until 9, playing all of those UK bangers.